Hey everybody, welcome back into the UIS Coaches Show with Prairie Stars head coach Matt Brock. It's Larry Larson in with you, and coach, 5 straight wins to end the regular season, including 2 tough ones on the road over Drury and Southwest Baptist on the road trip to wrap up the regular season. You earned the 2 seed in the GLVC tournament. Seems like everything's going right. Just kind of broadly, what's clicking going into the playoffs?
Well, our guys are playing extremely hard and extremely well right now, and they're so focused and connected, and that's something we've talked about all year long as being the team that's got better focus and has more connection, and it shows when we go out on the court. But they're just they're playing at a really high level right now, and we're just riding it out.
I want to jump back to that win over Southwest Baptist on Saturday. Literally came down to the last minute. Jacob Hanna comes through with the game-winning shot. Take me through that last minute or so of that game to come through and win.
Well, we tied it. Michael Wright hit a couple clutch shots there late, and then tie game. There's kind of a broken play. Jack gets in a bad spot and gets his 5th foul. So with a minute 15 to go, he'd fouled out, and so we had a play drawn up, and ran it, didn't score, and then fortunately enough got the ball back or actually we did score. Check that. And then I had a 2-point lead. They got the stop, turned it over right away, like kind of saved it back to them, and they got a bucket to tie it. So we called timeout and tried to hold for the as latest shot as we could. There was about a 7-second differential. So ran a play and kind of broke down, and Max passed it to Jake, and he jumped up and hit a big shot. So we were fortunate. But Jake's a big time competitor, and he loves moments like that, and so not surprised that he can do that.
100%. And, just over the course of the season, it's been fun to watch the development of the group, not just in the sense that they've gotten better, but obviously things have changed. You've had to make some adjustments. And I think one of those adjustments that we've had a chance to discuss, but not on the coaches show, is how well Max Kunert has played and him making an adjustment, sliding into the starting lineup. Again, I know it's something that we've talked about in the past, but what has clicked for Max in the second half of the year that has made him so effective?
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten better and better. He could really shoot the ball, and he could do that when he got to us. But where he's really improved from first semester to second semester is his defense, and he's guarding at a much higher level, and that's kind of what got him his chance to get into the starting lineup. And obviously he can shoot the ball. We've known that for a long time, and he's had some really big games. But he's also been able to play off the bounce when people close him out hard. He's been able to make some plays in the mid range and get into the basket a little bit. So very pleased with him. He's very quiet, and he's a very stoic person. But he works his tail off every day, and we're really pleased to see his success. But the coolest thing about that is just how everybody else has reacted. I mean, I think everybody has had just an amazing attitude. Even our guys that haven't had as many opportunities, or maybe are playing less minutes now than they were earlier in the season, they're just 100% on board for the team, and whatever they're asked to do, whenever and wherever they're doing it. And that's how you have a special team, is when you got a group full of guys like that.
That unselfishness is so key, and I think it's a big part of the reason why you guys set a new school record for wins in a single season. 19 right now, a chance to add some more here in the tournament. But you sit here at the end of the regular season. What does that accomplishment mean to you and to the group?
It means a lot. I thought we had a chance, going into the year. I liked our team, and but our league is so tough. And I mean, you're talking about Drury, who won a national title within the last 10 years, and Truman State, who was in the Elite Eight a couple of years ago, and Lewis, who won the league a couple of years ago and is a perennial NCAA team. Those are 3 teams that didn't make the conference tournament. So that's how good our league is, top to bottom. So you got your work cut out for you every night, home or away, and just tremendous coaches and tremendous players. And so very proud of this group. I mean, that's a great accomplishment. And I know that was one of the things we talked about doing at the start of the year is being the best team in UIS history, and we've been able to do that, but we want to make it even better.
And you've got that chance coming up on Thursday afternoon. You take on Southwest Baptist again. And the old phrase goes, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. You guys have knocked off Southwest Baptist twice, including that last game. Just how hard is it to play a team in 2 straight games, especially considering that second one, it's do or die?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to beat a team one time. So I don't know if I quite buy into that old adage. But the NBA plays each other seven game series, so somebody's going to win 3 times at least. Maybe both teams win 3 times. So we're focused on playing. I think we can. There's some things we can do better that we didn't do in the first, and especially in this most recent game defensively. But really good team. They got arguably the best one-two guards combination in the league with Quinn Nelson, last year's player of the year, and Mitch Ganote. I mean, 2 first-team all-conference type guys. So got our work cut out for us. But the good thing for my assistant coaches, the scouting report's mostly done. They just got to kind of put some finishing touches on it, and the guys are pretty familiar with the game plan. So we got some work to do still this week to get prepared. But you're gonna have to play somebody, and most likely somebody you've played twice already. So that's the nature of March basketball and conference tournaments, and kind of what makes it special.
And with you guys, it's sort of an interesting situation, right? You mentioned all those schools that, are usually in the NCAA tournament, aren't even in the tournament. You guys were picked near the bottom of the preseason poll. Not that it matters, but here you are as the 2 seed now. And I don't think this is a spot that UIS has ever been in the sense that you guys kind of have a target on your back. How do you kind of manage that expectation in terms of teams coming in to play UIS, whether that's in the tournament, on your home court? And now it's like you're going to get everybody's best effort.
Yeah, I mean it is different, and we were picked 9th. Not that I remember it, but we I think it's everybody kind of says that, oh, you got the target on your back. Well, I'd much rather have the target on my back than trying to chase the target. I know that I've been on both sides of it, and I think there's just as much pressure, if not more, when you're trying to climb that ladder than when you finally start to get up there. So not that we've climbed the ladder, finished climbing, but it's exciting to be the 2 seed, in such a good league. And I just think, like I said, top to bottom. I mean, you look at Maryville got left out of our conference tournament. They were in the regional rankings on a couple mock brackets the week before. So it's not like I've been kind of an advocate of expanding our conference tournament to at least 10, if not 12 teams, because it's just such a good league, and you've got so many implications where there was a scenario that if we lost both of our last 2 games, we could have slid down outside of the conference tournament. So with the point system being the way it is, I think we need to revisit that in the off season. But it's nice. I think it's nice to be in big games. Like it feels good to be in a big game. When you got somebody that's coming after you. I get encouraged by that, and I try to use it as encouragement for our guys to, like, hey, we're good, and this is a big game, and this is what we signed up for.
And you mentioned those regional rankings. You guys are in those regional rankings at this point in the year, considering that's what they're looking at to pick at-large teams in the NCAA tournament. How much attention do you pay to that?
I mean, we certainly see it when it comes out, and then you just kind of, but you really don't have a ton of control over it. I'm not in that room with those guys, and you got representatives from each conference advocating for their teams in their league. The good thing is that history's on our side. The GLVC is one of the best leagues in the country. I think the metrics have us maybe 3rd or 4th this year overall, well above the GLIAC and the GMAC, our 2 counterparts in the Midwest region. So, and we've done a nice job of beating some teams that are getting regionally ranked. We got Ashland early in the year, who's had a nice year. We've beat Southwest Baptist a couple of times. So we got a lot of positives on our side, but we don't get caught up on that. What we're focused on right now is trying to win a conference tournament championship, and that's what we talked about before practice today, and that's what our guys are focused on. So we like the old adage goes, you take it one game at a time, and you just try to do your best. We almost take it one half at a time. Try to go out, have a good warm up, and then have a good first half, and then have a good second half warm up, and have a good second half. So we're focused on us and focused on what's in front of us, and right now it's the GLVC tournament.
And turning back towards that tournament, what's it going to take for you guys to win this first game? And knowing that coaches don't look ahead past that, but you take a look at the big picture, it's always hard to win 3 straight games when the conference title is on the line. What's it going to take for you guys to run the table?
Well, I think we're gonna have to play better defensively. This week we won 2 games on the back of our offense, and all year long, statistically we've been the third best lead defense in our league in league play. So after Indianapolis and William Jewell, so we got to get back to guarding and rebounding. Keys offensive rebounding is going to be a real big key with Southwest Baptist transition defense. So we've got to do a good job on those 2 areas, but it's gonna be tough for anybody, and that's the thing. Like, everybody always thinks, man, it's so tough to win 3 games in 4 days or 3 days, whatever you have to do. But it's tough for all 8 teams, and the thing is, one of those 8 teams is going to win. So you just got to stay focused on what's in front and try to win the possession you're in, and let everything else take care of itself when it happens.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back to game prep. Appreciate the time. Best of luck on Thursday, and folks can tune in at 2:15 on the GLVC Sports Network as you guys take on Southwest Baptist. Best of luck.
Thanks, Larry.